as it involves Kevin Durant, because let me tell you something right now. You hear so many different things. You really, really do. Here's one of the things you hear. Number one, Kevin Durant's going to New York. They'll give him the world. Whatever he wants, the coach he wants. He'll have an avenue if he wants one. Obviously, Dolan will do everything he can to help make him a billionaire. He'll take care of his people, whatever Kevin Durant wants. If Kevin Durant wants a pedicure and a massage every day, he'll have it. Here in Canada, in Toronto, they got Kawhi and Dine, where you got free meals going on every day. Kawhi Leonard, he could have free food for life if he stays in Canada. Let me ask you a question. You think somebody going to charge KD for food if KD come to New York City? Do you think that KD will have to pay for a Broadway ticket? You think that if KD wanted to ring the bell on Wall Street, do you think somebody going to tell him no? You think if KD went into a hookah bar or a restaurant or any place, you really think he's going to have to pay? See, New York, you don't have to advertise that you get free stuff. You just give it to you. Let me put myself on Front Street. Ladies and gentlemen, I get stuff for free. And I'm just Stephen A. I mean, Stephen A is very, very significant, if I should say so myself. I mean, it's not like I'm a nobody. But I ain't Kevin Durant. That brother ain't going to have to pay for anything. The jet, look, here's what makes me laugh. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, do y'all understand that James Dolan made the private jet available to pick up from home and take back home after every game? Tyson Chandler? Tyson Chandler played for the New York Knicks and had access to the private jet for very good reason, by the way. Let me take the smile off my face. His mother was suffering from cancer, and obviously he wanted to spend every waking moment he could with her. And James Dolan was kind enough, because he does have that in his history. He's actually a very kind man to a lot of people. And he had the jet take Tyson Chandler, pick Tyson Chandler up from his mama's home in L.A., take him to a game on game nights to play, and then take him right back to his mama in L.A. for an entire season. That's what Tyson Chandler had done for him by James Dolan in Mike Woodson's last season as head coach of the New York Knicks. That's how phenomenal that was on the part of James Dolan. I only bring that up to say this. James Dolan did that for Tyson Chandler. What do you think he's going to do for Kevin Durant? He'll do anything the man wants. Anything, if he comes to New York. And oh, by the way, it's Kevin Durant that's going to decide who comes with him. Kyrie, Kemba, etc. You hear Kyrie, but you're also hearing that Kyrie wants to strongly consider Brooklyn. Brooklyn obviously thinks they got a shot at both. The Clippers obviously think they got a shot at Kevin Durant and Kawhi Leonard. LeBron and the Lakers are trying to get their hands on a Kawhi or a Kyrie, with a third wheel potentially being a Jimmy Butler if those first two options fall through. So these are all the things that are going on in free agency. And the reason why you don't have people talking about Kawhi is because Kawhi has nothing to say, A, and B, he only cares about one or two places: staying in Toronto or going to the Los Angeles Clippers, according to numerous NBA insiders who speak to his uncle, because they damn sure ain't getting nothing from Kawhi. You ain't getting nothing from Kawhi but a high and by. That cyborg mentality that Charles Barkley says he has is absolutely positively recognizable. It is what it is. Tyson, Kawhi Leonard has nothing to say to anybody about anything. Serge Ibaka on his podcast or his dining show or whatever the hell it was couldn't even get Kawhi Leonard to talk about it. It's not what he does. And oh, by the way, I've heard KD has adopted the same mentality. KD has people close to him. He will walk away from them, from what I hear, the second anybody brings up him in free agency. He ain't talking about it. And by the way, I don't blame him. I could be interviewing KD right now, and I wouldn't ask him about free agency, because I know that comes July. I'm not going to ask him about it during the NBA Finals. and disrespect him and compromise him and put him in that kind of position where he's talking about that while he's playing for the Golden State Warriors in the NBA Finals. If the finals were over, that would be different. But to talk about that during the finals, that's just disrespectful and troublemaking, and that's not something I'm going to do if I were to interview him. So let's just be clear about that. But make no mistake about it, understand what's going on. Kevin Durant has free agency in the palm of his hands, particularly if he comes back during these NBA Finals and shows out in any way. Kevin Durant has it in the palm of his hands. A, Kevin Durant could go to New York with Kyrie to the Knicks. B, he could choose to go to Brooklyn with Kyrie. C, he could choose to go to the Clippers with Kawhi. Hell, if he wanted to, he could go to the Lakers with LeBron, even though that ain't happening. This is what is going on with KD. In the palm of his hands. There's no suspense with Kawhi in everybody's eyes because it's either Toronto or go to the Clippers. The suspense evolves around KD, not just because of where he may go, but who he may join. Do you understand that KD can elect to join Kyrie, Kawhi, or LeBron? And wherever he goes, automatically shifts the balance of power. If he joins Kyrie in New York, they have the power in the East. If he joins Kawhi with the Clippers, he has the power in the West. Or if he joined LeBron in LA with the Lakers, he got the power in the West. That's the situation that KD has in the palm of his hands. Why should he say anything and eradicate and omit the suspense of it all? Why should he do that? Well, all he needs to do is chill, shut the hell up until he makes his decision, while everybody else banters back and forth about what he might do. I don't blame him one bit. Not one single bit. The more headlines he grabs, the more attention he grabs, the more he's able to monetize that to his profitability. I can't hate on that, ladies and gentlemen. Not one bit. 888-SAY-ESPN. That's 888-729-3776. You are listening live to the Stephen A. Smith Show, ESPN Radio, ESPN News. That was Straight Talk Wireless, everything for less, only at Walmart. Coming up, I'm going to get a little bit into, actually a lot into the situation going on in Houston. In case you missed the news, Mike D'Antoni had his agent call the Houston Rockets, refusing to accept their offer of a new deal. And as a result, he's going to play out the last year of his contract while Daryl Morey, the general manager extraordinaire, spends his time on the phone trying to reshape this roster. Apparently, change is a-coming to H-Town, Houston. Should it? Is it the wise thing to do? We'll discuss that and more in just a minute.